Big corporate America has always been a problem when it's come to climate change, and this is increasingly becoming a bigger issue as the world is on fire, particularly Australia. Now, Amazon has sent out an email threatening employees not to talk about climate change and to not raise any concerns about climate change, particularly with regards to the actual company itself. An internal email was shared with The Guardian that shows Amazon's Human Resources Department launched an investigation into one employee, Marin Costa, over comments made to the media that called for the company to do more to tackle climate change. That's right. All that was done is say, hey, should we talk about doing something to reduce the problem that's going to make the human race extinct? Well, Jeff Bezos says you can't do that. That's not right. Now, in the email, it said that she would not suffer any punishment, but that any future comments unauthorized by Amazon may result in formal corrective actions to and including termination of your employment with Amazon. In other words, if you say anything about Amazon polluting the planet, well, you're going to lose your job. That's basically what they've just said. So the thing is that a group of Amazon employees have gotten together and they're calling for stronger climate action by the company, and the members were questioned by HR and their legal team about public comments. They're just trying to get Bezos to, acknowledge that climate change exists and for the company to help deal with the possible extinction of humanity. Now, the cost said that the employees have been questioned and threatened with termination if they continued speaking up about Amazon's role in the climate crisis without getting approval from the company first. Now, an Amazon spokeswoman did speak to The Guardian and said the following. Our policy regarding external communications is not new, and we believe is similar to other large companies. We recently updated the policy and related approval process to make it easier for employees to participate in external activities such as speeches, media interviews, and use of the company's logo. As with any company policy, employees may receive a notification from our HR team if we learn of an instance where the policy is not being followed. In other words, what they're really saying, you're going to say what we want you to say, or you're not allowed to say anything at all. I'm sure that if a group of employees went to HR and said, hey, we want to criticize the company for literally anything. No, I'm sorry, you're not allowed to do that, and if you do so, you're going to get fired. I think it's pretty obvious that that's what this means. So you have the capitalism trying to stop freedom of speech. But yeah, capitalism is totally free speech. It's totally against the evil Soviet blah, 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 baby eaters who killed 100 trillion people. So basically, there's a group of Amazon employees for climate justice. That's their name. And they were punished for unsuccessfully trying to get a shareholder resolution to set a climate change plan. All they wanted was the shareholders to set down a plan to try to deal with climate change, and that's what got them in trouble. That was crossing the line. Now, a further 8,000 employees were subsequently signed a letter calling for Bezos to have concrete climate goals, and that's what they're not allowed to do. To cancel contracts with oil and gas companies and to stop donations to politicians who deny the reality of climate crisis. So, there it is. Perfectly reasonable, perfectly lawful, above board, liberal protest ideas. Nothing radical, nothing dangerous, but apparently it's enough to cause them that kind of concern. So Amazon is trying to shut people down over this. Why? Because it would hurt their profits. The only thing they care about is whether or not it would hurt their profits. And there it is. And if that alone doesn't teach you that the profit motive is what's going to destroy this world, nothing will. That's where we are. That's what we face, and this is what the biggest, most powerful corporations, the corporate entities in the United States are doing. And not even just them. There's corporations all over the world who are this problem. But that's where it is. And Amazon should be rightly called out for it, threatening to fire people and essentially try to destroy their lives for simply not wanting the world to come to an end.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.